This is Alexia from TechCrunch, and I'm here with Storytree. That's storytree.me. And tell me your names.
I'm Matt.
I'm Zach.
You guys have to pass that around.
I'm Matt.
I'm Zach.
And you guys are basically like a living online memoir, collaborative memoir for a family,
Yeah.
or for any group, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about how Storytree works.
So a family or a close group of friends can go on a Storytree. One person can create the account, and the way it works is you can ask people questions to invite them to your Storytree. So say I want to ask my grandmother, how did you meet Grandpa? She can go to Storytree, create an account, and pick a question and send it to Grandpa, and Grandpa will get it in an email and respond to it. He doesn't have to sign up to tell his story, but eventually we hope he will, and then he can invite Grandma and my uncle and sister, and then we can have this collaborative place for all of us to share our stories.
So what do you guys do differently from 1,000 Memories?
So 1,000 Memories is a really cool way to remember a loved one that's passed away, but we're a collaborative space, kind of like the family photo album rethought, where an entire family can contribute their stories as they happen, and it's not about one person, it's about this collective experience.
So what is the market for this? Like, have you thought about, because maybe I'm a special case, but I don't really feel the need to ask my family very much. Sorry, family. But have you done user research? Like, how did you come up with the fact that this is a problem?
Yeah, so
I love you, family. I'm just trying to do an interview, and I'm being hypothetical. I really want to. I'm going to call you and ask you stuff after this. How did you meet Mom, Dad? Go on.
So we came out of the Stanford Design School, and we spent a lot of time interviewing people and empathizing with various users to make sure we nailed down a real need. And from a broader point of view, the people that would be really into this we call family archivists. These are the people that would sign up initially, and from their perspectives, the genealogy market is a $3 billion market, scrapbooking is around a $3 billion market, but we intend to we see the potential to broaden out beyond just family stories. I already use Storytree with my close group of friends from high school. Youth groups are another great use case, and summer camps. All of these are families in a broader sense, and we see potential to expand into these other markets.
So this is the 7 most interesting startups, 500 startups. Why are you guys interesting?
I would say we're interesting because we make an emotional connection with people. When they see our video, when they see what we're doing, they really feel that this is something that's meaningful. And I think, that's unique in the startup world. Not that it's meaningful, but that we're really connecting with people on a different level than a lot of the other startups. I think that's why we're interesting. I think also our design backgrounds from the Stanford D School are unique. We spend a lot of time talking to our users and put a lot of emphasis into design, and we think that differentiates us from a lot of people.
What are your users saying?
So far, our users love it.
How many people are on Storytree?
We have a little more than 500 now. We opened it up
Are there
quietly.
a bunch of people in nursing homes? Or?
Actually,
yes.
Yeah, nursing homes. We spend a lot of time in Avenidas, which is a retirement home in Palo Alto. And one of the ladies there, Ellen, she's like 82, and she loves our site. She got it so she could record stories with her granddaughter, grandpa and her granddaughter. So she is a believer in what we're doing, and we think there's a lot of people like that.
Is your video like a real story?
Yeah, so our video was, the man in the video was recorded at Avenidas. He was someone who was excited in what we're doing. And some of the other clips are just pulled from content that we had.
So, I'll just...
But no one dies, actually.
So he didn't die?
He didn't die.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's still alive. Is he in the hospital?
No, he's not in the hospital.
This is a really shocking video. Oh, but so you faked that, or?
Yeah. It's pulled out of...
That's not fair.
It's pulled out of context.
That's so manipulative.
But the point is to show what our experience could be. And this is what we're
Death.
building. Well,
So he was cool.
It's the
You got this 82-year-old man to pretend to be in the hospital. Wow, Stanford. Should have gone there. Damn.
Yeah.
So for those of you at home, the video is this old man like talking to his granddaughter, I guess, about how he met her grandmother, and it's really sad, and it pulls at your heartstrings, but it's fake, so.
It's the life of a girl growing up and her grandfather and how they communicate through using Storytree.
Except not really, because the guy didn't die.
Yeah, it's our vision.
Does he get creeped out by the fact that has he seen the video? Does the guy, what's his name?
I'm not sure if he's seen the video. we should contact him.
But
He was cool at the time.
He was cool at the time.
Yeah.
But he hasn't seen what.
We're not sure. He may have.
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
How did you convince an old man to like fake his own death for your startup?
Well,
That's amazing. I think this is brilliant. I'm glad you guys are here. What did you tell him?
So,
What did you say?
so Avenidas has a bunch of classes. One of them is improv.
Go
Yeah,
on.
so we asked if people would be interested in telling their stories for our startup video, and he was happy to.
But what about the part where you're like, well, you're also gonna have to pretend to be in a hospital bed?
I'm sure he's fine with that.
But how did you ask?
It's actually not him in the bed. It's a voiceover.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
voiceover.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So who's in the bed? I'm gonna embed the video in the post so you guys.
Another person.
Another
that we
person.
have video of. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole
So is that
the whole
guy
video. We don't know.
Okay.
Probably. We don't actually know the physical person that's lying.
So the whole video was put together to show our vision of what Storytree could be.
Yeah.
So the man in the video who's like going like this in the video.
That's the old
He was the
guy.
person at Avenidas, and we had a storytelling class there
Yeah.
with Storytree. So he happened to be an improv, so he was a perfect person to get to put on the video.
And then the guy that's in the hospital bed is a different guy.
A different man.
From Avenidas.
No.
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 It's a video that we had.
But is it a real person?
Yes, it's a real person.
Yeah.
So you just plug that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of context.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah.
Amazing. I don't how kosher is that in terms of privacy? So the guy doesn't know. Like,
It's a public.
It's a public video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he made it public.
Yes, he made it public.
I'm pretty sure it's a YouTube video actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So it wasn't on.
This is
It
not,
wasn't uploaded to Storytree.
These aren't personal stories we're making public.
Yeah.
We would
Okay.
never do that.
All right.
The whole point of Storytree is this private place that you can trust us with your stories. So we definitely don't want to give that impression.
Okay, but so
Yeah.
is it just a random YouTube video?
So-
It was a public video
Yeah.
that we
Okay.
used. Yeah.
Alright.
To be clear, our demo video is.
It's
a
going in
video-
the post since we spent so much time on it.
Yeah. So our demo video is a video that we put together based on public content, and the person's stories are his real stories, somebody we interviewed and recorded. But
But you thought it would be more effective if you introduced the whole mortality element.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So you find out that it's not true.
Well, it's the whole thing's a story, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's like watching a movie.
So it is private. If you've got a story.
It's completely. It's all private by default. You can make it public if you want to share it with your friends on Facebook or on Twitter. But
Individual stories.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are your future plans?
So we're raising money right now. We're gonna make a couple hires, and we plan to grow Storytree to become this place that families and close groups of friends can put their stories. So right now we have a website. We have an app which is in review right now at Apple for the iPhone. We plan on making an iPad app. We think that can be a really compelling experience on the iPad, viewing stories that way. And there's a whole bunch of data visualization and artificial intelligence we like to embed in Storytree, pulling the meaningful content on the web that you currently have. For example, maybe your Facebook page has some stuff that you really care about, and putting that into Storytree.